Well, hey there guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. It is once again Flashback Friday. Are you digging the Flashback Fridays? Hey guys, we have a very special, again they're all special, right? Very special Flashback Friday. This one's kind of near and dear to me. It's all about Simon and Garfunkel. Don't go away. Guys, this is Rock Hard Riffs, guitar channel for the self-taught. This album right here, this is Simon and Garfunkel's greatest hits. This album, man, I have listened, or CD, whatever you want to call it, I have listened to this so many times, and I just never, ever get sick of this. You know, kind of a funny instance that has happened really on a few occasions to where it may have been at a workplace or just hanging out with friends or whatever the occasion may have been. And I would slip in some Simon and Garfunkel, and after the album was over, this had happened several times. People would say, thank you. Thank you for playing that. It's just, this stuff just is the heart and soul of the late 60s, in my opinion. You know, just a really, really great songs on this, starting with Mrs. Robinson and ending with Cecilia. That's actually not one of my favorite songs from them, but, you know, all the rest are just, you know, it's just, this is a masterpiece of an album. Let's talk a little bit more about Simon and Garfunkel. This information is courtesy of Wikipedia, guys. Simon and Garfunkel were an American rock duo consisting of singer-songwriter Paul Simon and singer Art Garfunkel. And I hope you're paying attention to that because Art Garfunkel never really wrote any of the music. It was all Paul Simon. One of the best-selling music groups of the 1960s, their biggest hits including The Sound of Silence, Mrs. Robinson, The Boxer, Bridge Over Troubled Water, which reached #1 on the singles chart worldwide in 1970. That's just crazy. Now, these guys were active, believe it or not, from 1956 as kids up until 1970 when they split. Now let's talk about that. Simon and Garfunkel met in elementary school in Queens, New York in 1953, where they learned to harmonize together and began writing material. By 1957, under the name Tom and Jerry, the teenagers had their first minor success with Hey Schoolgirl, a song imitating their idols, the Everly Brothers. Now stop right there. Boy, that is almost identical of what was happening with John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Boy, just down to the nut almost. Just add in some Chuck Berry and others, you know, Lead Belly, stuff like that. In 1963, aware of a growing public interest in folk music, they regrouped and were signed to Columbia Records as Simon and Garfunkel. That's where they took a turn different from the Beatles, definitely. Their debut, Wednesday morning, 3 a.m., sold poorly, and they once again disbanded. Simon returned to a solo career, this time in England. In June 1965, a new version of The Sound of Silence, overdubbed with electric guitar and drums, became a major U.S. AM radio hit, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The duo reunited to release a second studio album, Sounds of Silence, and tour colleges nationwide. On their third release, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme from 1966, the duo assumed more creative control. Their music was featured in the 1967 film The Graduate, what a great movie, giving them further exposure. Their next album, Bookends, topped the Billboard 200 chart and included the #1 single Mrs. Robinson from the film. The duo's often rocky relationship led to artistic disagreements and their breakup in 1970. Their final studio album, Bridge Over Troubled Water, was released that year and became their most successful, becoming one of the world's best-selling albums. After the breakup, Simon released a number of acclaimed albums, including 1986's Graceland. Garfunkel released solo hits such as All I Know, and briefly pursued an acting career with leading roles in 2 Mike Nichols films, Catch-22 and Carnal Knowledge. Simon and Garfunkel won 10 Grammy Awards and were included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1990. Bridge Over Troubled Water is ranked at number 51 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. And again, this greatest hits album that I have of theirs, this is just jam-packed with their best. I'll give you a gander there. You can, if you can read that go for it. But again, you can, if you're a Simon and Garfunkel fan, you know pretty much what's on this CD or album. You probably have it, I would imagine, and maybe much more. It's this type of stuff that creates a soundtrack of a lifetime. Simon and Garfunkel, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Dion, Peter, Paul, and Mary. So much great stuff coming from that era. Just so creative. It's just unbelievable. What an era of music. So there you have it, guys. Simon and Garfunkel's greatest hits. Just Simon and Garfunkel, their entire career. What a fantastic career. And what great music. Guys, if you haven't noticed, we're using new lighting in our studio here. We'd like to know what your opinion is. If you've noticed it all. Do you like it? Do you not like it? You know, we're going through some changes here at the channel. We're going to talk more about that in upcoming videos, so hopefully you'll join us for those. Alright guys, thanks so much again for joining us for Flashback Friday. What an awesome collection of music. And you like Simon and Garfunkel? Oh man, this is, you know, treasure, pure treasure. Again, thanks so much guys for joining us here for Flashback Friday on Rock Hard Riffs. And we'll see you next video.